Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Debate Battles. In today's battle we will be analysing a debate between Gman and Bionicdance, as you might have seen from our title. Now, if you have seen previous episodes of this, you can fast forward for about 2 minutes, but if this is your first time to this channel, I have a few things to explain. What you are about to witness in this video is a special kind of debate analysis. How this works is we shall analyse a debate and play a tabletop battle alongside to work out who wins the debate. The methodology works as follows. We shall create 2 armies from a random battle strategy game and allocate these armies to the different people in the debate. Depending on how well each person does in the debate will affect the game or the rolls, rather, it will affect the dice rolls in the game. If during one round of debating one side does really well, then the army will have extra bonuses to their dice rolls, and this will help them in the game. During the debate, when some pwnage is given, you will see this, indicating a successful pwn. If a person adequately defends their position in a debate, they shall be awarded this, which gives bonuses to armour during the game. We also have counter pwnage. This is when a pwn is blocked and then the person counters with their own pwnage. This type of pwnage gives the armour extra bonuses to damage and to hit rolls. We also have total pwnage. This is a very special type of pwnage. This is where pwnage is given and a person tries to counter this, but then the other person manages to back it up with some evidence. Okay, so this is one which gives super bonuses to attack and also bonuses to movement. Finally, we have epic pwnage. When pwnage is given in the game and it's given 3 times without any successful counter, then epic pwnage is awarded. This bonus is actually cumulative, and this shall give extra bonuses during the next round and the round after that. We also have facepalm. Facepalm is detrimental. If a person gets a facepalm, it means that they lose certain bonuses, or the other player gets awarded bonuses in their place. This usually happens when they say something really stupid. Now, when it comes to the battle itself, a lot of this depends on chance, and so a person may be lucky or unlucky. So when a lucky dice roll is made, we give a lucky award. And if it is the other side, they will get a blessed award. This will allow us to see how lucky or blessed the debater was. So even if they do really terrible in the debate, they could still win through being lucky or blessed.
Excellent work, Andrew. I think that's all they need to know. Now, let's start the show.
Now, before we continue, I have to say that this debate is actually not a debate at all. It is actually a video that Bionicdance did where she was doing a rebuttal to a video that Gman did. There was a debate sent in which was Gman against Bionicdance, but in this one it was just Gman talking to an empty chair, which was a bit silly. And so this is one that was chosen when we did our random selection process. Now, because this is a rebuttal video by Bionicdance, it means that Gman cannot counter anything that she says. So to try and make this battle fairer, after each round we shall have our very own Saint Lolo, just here.
Ah, hello everybody!
And she will be giving her own special counter pwnage after each round. She has been very busy looking at loads of different videos done by Bionicdance in order to get a bit of pwnage ready for her, and we all know that Saint Lolo is very good at the pwnage. So Lolo, are you ready for this?
Yes, I am. Poon away!
Okay, let's go!
So, the rules that we shall be using for this debate battle are from Up Close and Personal, which is a cross between a game called Laser Squad, done by Julian Gollop, and another called After the Bomb. This battle game is designed for very small battles between a handful of characters. So, let's look at the armies. In Bionicdance's army, she has herself 4 Spectre Marines and a Spectre Marine champion. In this game, every model has its own character sheet to record damage, ammo, stamina, and many other things. If we look at her army list, we can see that Bionicdance is armed with a sword and a Spectre shotgun, and she has reed armour and a flak jacket, and she also has martial artist level 6 skills. The Spectre champion has a chainsword, a huddle gun, powered armour and a flak jacket, and the 4 Spectre Marines have swords, submachine guns and Syndrif armour, giving a total of 4,980 points for the army. In Gman's army, there is Gman, and he is with 5 Fadic troopers and 2 Fadic elites. And here are their character sheets. Okay, we can see in Gman's army that Gman has a combat knife and a sniper rifle, and light armour and a flak jacket, and he has the assassin level 4 skill with all the assassin equipment. The first Fadic elite has a combat knife, a submachine gun, light armour and a flak jacket, and he has the skill of stealth operations level 1. The other Fadic elite has a combat knife, a submachine gun, light armour and flak again, but he has got the skill of ranger level 1, and the 5 Fadic troopers are all armed with a combat knife and an auto gun, and they are wearing light armour and flak jackets. The total points of Gman's army is 4,970 points. Okay, now let's look at the scenario. Bionicdance and her gang have set up a bomb in this building that will destroy all of Gman's arguments, and Gman must disarm it with his squad.
Now, at the end of each turn we shall be showing victory points and score for the 2 sides, and the amount of luck and blessing. The victory points are awarded for the following.
As we can see here, the maximum possible victory points for Bionicdance is 31, and for Gman it is 35. Also, in this game, if one side knocks an enemy unit unconscious, they can capture them, and this gives extra bonus victory points. As we can see, both Bionicdance and Gman are starting with 0 victory points, and also we have a number for the amount of damage they cause. And also they both start with 0 luck and 0 blessings.
So, now that is all sorted out, let us start the first round.
Marriage. You've been advocating for gay marriage for a long time. How come you're not married yet?
Well, mostly because the last 2 girlfriends I had kind of wounded me with some of their behavior. So I just haven't been all that interested in seeking a proper relationship. That's why.
You've been arguing about this for like the last 3 years, talking about the Westboro Baptist Church getting, and this is my opinion now, okay, being mad at God because you can't be gay and all this stuff in the Bible and whatnot, and that Christians don't accept it in this country and whatnot. You've been mad about this for a while.
Whoa,
so.
No part of me ever said I was angry at God.
Oh, you are angry at God. You're very angry at God.
You can't be angry
I don't
at
even know
something
where
that
to
you don't
begin.
believe in.
You guys think
Gman knows
tell
you
me-
better than you know
You
yourself.
don't get to tell me who I'm angry at. You don't get to tell me who I'm angry at. If I'm
Okay.
angry at anybody, it's the people who say they follow God because of the way they behave. They won't share and play nicely with the other kids, and that's not okay. Whether God is real or not, they're behaving like dicks.
Really?
Yeah?
Okay, so being angry means having a strong feeling or showing annoyance, displeasure, or hostility, full of anger. You have rants on your channel. You're reading the Bible in a condescending, disrespectful way. Mind you never read the Bible from front to back. You don't even know what the Bible teaches on various
Gman
different
knows
topics.
you better than you know yourself.
I'm subscribed to this woman's channel for 3 years. I know what this woman's talking about on that channel. So the bottom line is,
You do the
they
same
should
thing
repeat
on
the
your
same
channel
stuff
for the
over and over and over.
Yeah, I'll get you. No, you won't. Oh, sorry. First round is over. Okay, so that was quite a decisive round. Lolo, can you mash that pwnage?
Yes, I certainly can. Dance likes to argue about the definition of the word atheist, and classes anything that doesn't have a god belief as an atheist, including animals and rocks. Perhaps she feels part of a minority, and wants to increase the number of atheists in the world. Ah, but Dance, if you include rocks and other non-sentient beings as atheists, wouldn't that mean that the average intelligence of an atheist is substantially lower than that of a theist? Ha! Boom!
Lolo, wow, that was epic. Wow, that was amazing. I've seen some pwnage in my time, but that was just perfect. Wow, I am lost for words. I literally am. No way.
Right, so after that round, we can see that Bionicdance has gained 1 poon, 2 defense poons, and 2 counter poons, whereas Gman has gained 3 poons, 3 counter poons, and an epic poon. Most of these cancel each other out, so in the end, Gman has 1 counter poon and 1 epic poon, which gives him plus 10 to all hit rolls in close combat and also ranged combat for this round.
Well, so let's now start the first round of the game.
Okay, both sides have their deployment area. For Bionicdance, this is the crypt, and this is also where they have the bomb. And for Gman, it is outside, as he is the one who is trying to break in. Gman goes first, and his squad run as far forward as they possibly can, with Gman getting in position behind some oil drums, so that he can snipe any enemies that might come into this corridor. His sniper rifle is also loaded with poisonous bullets that can take out a Space Marine in 1 shot. At the end of this scouting turn, Gman decides to hide himself behind these oil drums, so he won't be spotted by Bionicdance's squad. It is now Bionicdance's turn, and the Spectre Marines leave the bomb room. One moves into the corridor that Gman is watching, unaware that he is in Gman's sights, and the others move into the other rooms. Bionicdance, on the other hand, is venturing down a side corridor on her own. Okay, so as there was very little combat in that round, we're going to go straight on to round 2, and it's Gman's turn again. Gman moves his squad forward a little further, and now Gman is going to take a shot at the Spectre Marine with his silenced sniper rifle. The shot hits the Spectre Marine in the chest, but the armour stops the bullet, although the armour becomes weakened. This shot hits the shoulder, however, and penetrates the armour. It is now Bionicdance's turn, and the Spectre Marines and Dance try to find cover and keep out of line of sight. After that round, Dance is down by 1 man, and Gman hasn't lost any. So, after the first 2 rounds, Gman is already in the lead with 2 victory points. However, neither has had luck or a blessing. So let's go on to the next round.
And by the way, that's something I always want to say to you, Bionicdance. Rocks are not atheists, and neither are babies. And both these knuckleheads in this room agree with me on this one. Thank you. So here we go now, okay?
When the hell did I say I am?
Okay, the number of gods they believe in is 0, and that's all it takes to be an atheist.
This doesn't think. This doesn't have a mind. How
Right,
can it be
and
an
that's
atheist?
why the number of gods it believes in is 0. Because it can't.
Why are you an atheist?
Well,
That's
mostly
not the-
because...
Whoa, I'm talking to the bear. Hold on. Why are you an atheist?
I think we broke G-Man.
Yeah,
No. I'm trying to be funny here, but I want to make a point. Why are you an atheist?
You're
failing
this
on both
close to
points.
exploding. Seriously,
That's
you're
right.
this
Dumbest
close.
argument. The dumbest argument on YouTube. Babies can't be atheists because when they're born, they don't believe in anything except for wah.
So if they don't believe in anything, how
That's
many
all
gods?
they believe.
How many gods did?
But that doesn't make them an atheist, though. They
Why
have to be able
not?
to make a conscious decision that whether or not
You
they're
don't
going to be
have
atheists.
to make a conscious decision.
They're rejecting a claim that they never heard before.
No. All that it takes to be an atheist, to believe in to be a 0. That's
How
all.
are they rejecting a
If
claim
you want to add an adjective to atheist, like explicit atheist, deliberate atheist, any of that shit, then you're right. That baby can't be that kind of atheist. But atheist, all it takes is for the number of gods you believe in to be 0. That's
This
it.
is an atheist. This is an atheist.
How many
This is an
gods?
atheist.
How many gods?
Why the hell do you have all this shit
How
right
many
next to you?
gods does
This
it
is an
believe in?
atheist.
How many gods does
You
it
know what?
believe in?
You know what? There's more atheists on the planet than there are Christians.
Yeah.
There are more atheists. I mean, think about the sand in the sea.
Okay.
How many
There are
other different
those-
stands
there
don't
are-
believe
there
that a
are
God
those
exists
who
according to
believe in
Bionicdance?
There are those who believe in gods, and then there's the entire rest of the universe.
Bionicdance, you can't even prove that you don't believe in no God, so stop it.
Oh.
All right, that's going. Let's
G-Man
move into
knows you better
Hey,
than you
geek
know.
room,
That's
geek
what
room,
we're
geek
gonna
room.
go
Wait a minute, geek room.
Now, this is one thing I like about Gman. He always sends a salvo of pwnage in his debates in the hope that one might get past his opponent's defences. However, all of these were blocked by Bionicdance and the others. And what is worse, he says the very same argument that Bionicdance made against him to support his own position, which gave him a facepalm. Well, Lolo, you have your work cut out for you this round. Of course I have, that is why I'm here. Now, Bionicdance hates vertical videos, and quite rightly so. She even did an animation of Sandra showing how a video should be done, because this annoys her so much. But then, she did a video in exactly the same way. I even pooned her in her comments section of the video, and she maintained that it was her dad who did the video. But who posted it on YouTube, Dance? Ha! Pooned! Just saying. Oh, Dance. To be pooned once is unfortunate, but to be pooned twice starts to look a bit like carelessness.
Lolo, that was awesome. And the date that your comment was that you put on Bionicdance's video, that was done a long time ago. How did you know that you would need it now?
Well, Andrew, that is what we call the power of prophecy. Remember, I am a saintly dog. Well, Lolo, that was a good effort, but after that pwnage, we are still left with 2 pwns given by Bionicdance that will give her plus 10 to all hit rolls in the next round, and also 1 facepalm by Gman that will give him minus 10 to hit rolls in the next round. So, let's start round 3 of this battle. Gman is moving some of his Phatic troops forwards, and his 2 Phatic elites are taking the other flank, while Gman is keeping watch along the main corridor. And Bionicdance moves the rest of her troops, but this time they are more cautious. And another Spectre Marine moves behind these oil drums but keeps his head down, because he doesn't want what happened to his friend to happen to him. Gman's Phatic elites continue up the right-hand corridor, and the Phatic troops turn the corner to meet Bionicdance. All 4 characters in this combat roll for surprise, and the ones with the lowest score are the ones that have a greater delay. As Dance have the highest dice roll, then she is the one who will move first. And she fires her shotgun. From that brief exchange of fire, Dance has suffered a light arm wound, and one Fadic trooper has suffered severe groin damage. When we have multiple people firing, like this, the combat can get a little confusing. So from now on with the following rounds, I will simplify it for when we have complex firing. After that round, we can see that the scores are still the same, but Gman gained himself a blessing because of his blessed dice rolls. Let us now continue with the debate and see what more pwnage we shall get.
Geek Room. We talked about homosexuality here. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I can prove that Bionicdance knows at least one God exists. At least one.
That's up to her if she wants to do it.
Okay, here's the thing. If I were to say that I believed in a bearded man who created a galaxy, a father, a son, a ghost, good versus evil, you know who I'm talking about? George fucking Lucas, okay? That's my God, George Lucas.
Tell me something. Why? I've never heard you make one video rejecting New Ageism or paganism. Why do you reject those? And Bionicdance, we had this conversation before a few years ago.
You just asked me why. Let me answer it, and I'll tell you why. I haven't made a video about them because they're not being assholes.
Really?
I make videos about people who are going around mistreating other people and saying God is the reason for doing it. Like I said, they don't share and play nice with the other kids. That's why I make videos about it. You find me some new ager who's going around hurting people saying you don't get gay married, you don't get to not be a new ager or we'll stone you to death. You find me any of that shit and I'll make a video about that.
And I'm pointing to the person right now and it's you. Are you a humanist? Or do you subscribe to humanism? Yes or no?
Well, not really, no.
Who is your final authority when it comes to morality? You or somebody else?
Well, actually, whether or not I've hurt somebody and they object to it, that is my basis for morality. I don't have some ultimate source like that. I'm sorry, but morality is a matter of improv.
I did not ask you what the basis of your morality was. I asked you, who is the one that makes the final decision on your morality? You or someone else?
That doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. You're asking me a question about something that doesn't function the way you want it to. I'm sorry, but you're trying to base my morality on the way yours works.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, in that round, Bionicdance defended her position very well, and overall is up by 3 defense poons. That will give her extra defense in the next round by reducing the power of Gman's attacks. Lolo, how many of those can you knock down? A fair few. Now, Bionicdance insists that she doesn't like pwnage. This is something that she has said in over half a dozen of her videos.
That's why I make videos. You're the reason why I'm doing this. Do you think I want to be doing this?
Really? You have done over 2,000 videos pwning people, and you don't like pwnage? Seriously? I may believe some crazy things, but even I don't believe that.
Really low. Who doesn't like pwnage, eh? Who doesn't like pwnage? Okay, but seriously, let's now continue with the battle.
Okay, and after that, Bionicdance still has 2 defense poons, as Lolo's argument was actually one from incredulity, and so lacked power. So in this next round, all of Gman's shots have -4 to damage. So let's start round 4. At the beginning of this turn, Gman's Fadic elites sneak around the flank of Bionicdance and open fire on the Spectre Marines. The Fadic elite gets a critical hit that stuns the Spectre Marine, but then he turns to fire back. However, because the power of Gman's guns is reduced this round, he does no damage. Now the other Phatic Elite fires across. And Gman was very blessed because he managed to disarm the Spectre Marine of his submachine gun. On the other side of the board, Bionicdance moves out of line of sight in order to change her shotgun ammo to armor piercing, and the two Phatic troopers advance up the corridor. However, the Spectre Marine champion moves into a position behind the door, and as the Phatic troopers come around the corner, they are both taken out. Well, it looks as though Dance lost no one in that round, and Gman lost 2 of his troopers. Okay, so after that round, Bionicdance and Gman are neck and neck, even though Gman is having a very blessed game. Let's see if things can turn around in the next part of this debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to basically ask her about this little book right here, but we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, the Satanic Bible. I got one. I know about the part here that the only God that ever existed was human beings, and actually in the Humanistic Manifesto it says the same thing too. So, Bionicdance, are you a humanist? Yes or no?
Sorry, say that again.
Are you a humanist or a humanist? Are you a humanist? Yes or no?
I don't consider myself a humanist, but mostly because I've ignored the concept.
Okay, so do you believe that all there is mankind, and that there's no life on other planets?
Well, I'm fairly convinced that it's likely there is life on other planets, statistically speaking, but I cannot make a definitive statement, no.
Are you atheist toward aliens?
Well, aliens aren't gods, so that is not a valid question.
I'll ask you this question again. Are you atheist toward aliens, yes or no?
Well, I'm gonna have to say no, because aliens aren't fucking gods, dude.
God doesn't... I'm sorry, can you define what an alien is for me, please?
Okay, it's a non-human, non-Terran life form. It's a life form from another planet.
Okay, Bionicdance, you just pwned yourself. God doesn't live on Earth. God's omnipresent, and he lives in heaven. He lives in heaven. He doesn't live on Earth. What does that make him?
Well, that makes him fake, frankly.
It makes him...
You can't
Be intellectually honest.
God is an alien?
Intellectually honest. Be honest.
We know that other planets exist.
Yeah, I got you. You just admitted by definition that God is an alien, and that you don't like a belief in aliens.
No. Are you saying that God's a life form? Are you saying God's a life form?
I'm saying that God is a life form who does not live on Earth. He doesn't live on Earth. He doesn't live on Earth.
Yes or no? Is God a life form?
I'm going to get these guys the highest ratings they ever had in their life. The bottom line is, at the end of the day, you just said the aliens probably exist. You are agnostic. You are agnostic to words.
G-Man, here's the thing.
God lives in heaven. He doesn't live here on
gods.
We know
Like,
planets.
straw man of a question.
Let's start this over again. Let's start this over
Still
again.
got to beat Von Helton for our
Because
biggest
Dragnet was here. Dragnet was here.
You're not going to win this argument by not letting me fucking speak and not answering my questions. So answer this question. Is God a life form?
Yes. Who lives somewhere other than Earth?
Okay, so then God is mortal.
No.
Well,
I'm saying he's a life form.
He's
Yes,
not a
he
life
is.
form. So God's
Yes,
alive.
he is a life form.
So you're saying
The Bible says that God is a spirit. That God is a spirit. That's a life.
Spirit and so life forms, really?
Yes.
Okay, well then we
so
define. Then you know what? We define life form differently, and therefore you did not get me. You did not.
I got you. You just admitted that God exists because you think that they probably exist on some faraway planet and some aliens.
Okay, let's stop there. Gman has just broken the record on this show for being the first person to have 3 face palms in one round. And after all that, Gman is down by 3 face palms and 1 poon compared to Bionicdance. So, Lolo, I think you need a miracle to turn this one around. I don't need a miracle because I am that miracle. Now, in some videos, Bionicdance suggests that agnostics are really atheists, and wants to separate the whole of humanity into two groups, theists and atheists. Talk about your black and white thinking, huh? Oh, but Bionicdance.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Hey, not my words, but the words of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, Dance, such pwnage in your direction, and being admonished by Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, how terrible. Just saying.
Wow, Lolo, I am in awe once again. You truly are a saintly dog. Wow.
And you are an amazing host for these debate battles.
Oh, well, thank you, Lolo, thank you. And you're very cute.
And you say your lines so eloquently.
Well, thank you. Well,
Yes, and your ingratiating subservience doesn't make me throw up either.
well, that was a good circle jerk. We need to do this more often.
Well, unfortunately, I have run out of nice things to say about you, so I'm afraid we shan't.
Oh well, it was pleasurable while it lasted, wasn't it? Okay, so let's now move on to the battle.
Okay, so even with St. Lolo's pwnage, Gman is still minus 20 to his hit rolls in the next round, and also minus 4 to damage. So let's continue with round 5. Now that the Spectrum Marines are distracted by the Phatic Elites, Gman can get some more shots in on them. And now for some more firing between the Spectre Marines and the Phatic Elites. The Spectre Marine who dropped his gun in the last turn now charges into close combat with the Phatic Elite. Now, when it comes to close combat with the game up close and personal, it's a little bit complicated, and so I am showing what happens with little drawings here. To start with, the Spectre Marine charges the Phatic Elite. Now, the Phatic Elite takes a few shots but misses, and then the Spectre Marine lunges with a lunge attack. However, the Phatic Elite does a parry, but the lunge and the parry both fail. After this, the Phatic Elite then does a blade swing, but his attack fails, and the Spectre Marine does an on guard and that fails as well. After this, the Spectre Marine then does a swing attack and fails with this attack. However, the Phatic Elite does a straight guard and is successful, so his next attack will have plus 20 to roll. And with this bonus, the Phatic Elite succeeds in a thrust attack, and the diagonal parry of the Spectre Marine fails, and the attack hits. And this causes 34 damage to the chest, and as the Spectre Marine only has 10 hit points, he is dead. However, Bionicdance has got a clear shot now of the Phatic Elite. And towards the end of this turn, Gman takes another 2 snapshots at the Spectre Marine. Well, it seems now that both sides have an equal number of troops. And after that round, Bionicdance is leading and has taken out 2 of Gman's best troops. However, luck was also on Bionicdance's side this time. And now we have the final part of the debate.
And it's talking about aliens and whatnot. If that's
Are you saying God's from another planet? Are you saying God's
a possibility and that he probably does exist? And I got Bionicdance. Finally.
Wow, dude. Okay.
G-Man, I
tell you what,
swear.
here's what we'll
This
do.
is totally going on my channel.
Why don't we rip
Oh
it
my
out and
God.
measure? I guarantee you'll have the bigger dick. Alright?
I don't
That was
know.
just
You know,
fun.
according
I
to
know how
the Ben
easy
fight.
it is.
Hold on,
I know how
G-Man.
easy it is to show you guys that God exists. It's really easy for me.
But you didn't show us
You
anything.
haven't even heard my presuppositional argument. You haven't even heard my other stuff yet. But that's my weak
Here, I
sauce.
wanted to respond to what
You reacted to your own
apparently
stuff.
to Ben Pike's
That's
channel.
up right
He has a
there.
little Jimmy, so I don't think so. Anyway, look, how about this?
Anyway, let me calm down. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Let me breathe.
It's about 10:30. I am actually going to actually open it up to Discord.
Well, the conversation broke down there a bit, and that was the first time a super crazy face palm was awarded. Lolo, I hope you have some very special punage to counter this. Oh yes, indeed I do. Now, she calls herself Bionicdance, but we never see her dance. Maybe she can't dance. I know that in one of her videos she explains that she got the name from the Bionic 6 when they activate their bionic powers with a special dance. But even when she demonstrates this, it's terrible. Where's the dance? Where's the dance? Perhaps you should change your name to Bionic Sit. Just saying.
Wow, Lola, you have amazed me once again. You are the most saintly dog and the most amazing wielder of punage in all the world. You really are.
Oh, but I'm not finished. We even got Tom Cruise's stunt double to really drive this point home.
This atheist, this Bionicdance. Okay. She doesn't have the answers. Okay. I have the answers. I'm in there. I am the one with the best answers. My arguments can beat anything that she has. Bionicdance has no winning arguments because the girl can't even dance. She's called Bionicdance and she can't dance. I can dance. Okay. I can dance. If she's in a nightclub and there's a dance-off on the dance floor, she's just gonna walk on by. But I'm gonna stop because I'm a dancer. In fact, I can eat dance floors. Yeah. It's like bam, push. If I was gonna have a YouTube name and I decided to call it Bionicdance, I'd make sure that I could dance first.
No, not a super crazy facepalm. No, it's under my punage. I'm afraid G-Man's on his own for this one. Well, I'm afraid that's too bad, Lola. It has been agreed for these last rounds that G-Man will have -10 to hit and -4 to damage, and Bionicdance has a bonus +10 to hit and a +2 to damage. So, let's continue with round 6. G-Man and the 2 remaining Fadic troopers move forward, while a Spectre Marine waits behind a door, and G-Man sneaks along the left corridor. A Fadic trooper opens the door and the Spectre Marine fires. But the dice rolls are terrible. And after that round, Bionicdance still has 3 troops and G-Man is just down to 2. So now Bionicdance is leading by 2 victory points, even though G-Man had an extra couple of blessings in that round. So, let's continue with round 7. G-Man continues sneaking up the left-hand corridor, and now we'll go back to the combat between the Spectre Marines and the Fadic Trooper. So now it's just Bionicdance and her Spectre Marine champion, and Gman is on his own. However, Gman is closing the gap between him and Bionicdance, and there were no luck or blessings awarded that turn. So let's carry on with round 8. Bionicdance, who was trying to shoot the Fadic troopers from the side, is now making her way back down the corridor. And Gman has snuck in behind the Spectre champion. And after Gman takes out the Spectre Marine champion, Bionicdance sneaks in from behind and takes Gman out in close combat. Now, because Bionicdance has the martial artist skill at level 6, she is going to try and knock out Gman in order to get extra victory points. In order to knock an opponent unconscious, one has to get their physical endurance below 0, so Bionicdance attacks with just her fists, because if she ends up using a weapon, she will end up killing Gman and losing the extra points. So Bionicdance comes in behind Gman and strikes him with a thrust punch, knocking 13 points off his physical endurance. She then follows up with a hook that knocks off another 5 physical endurance and Gman's hat as well. She then tries an uppercut, but Gman parries this. He then grabs her arm and twists it behind her back, and then does a backstab. He even makes a little quip as he does this, but it is little. Gman likes to palm the Pwnage, but the Pwnage is of a very low standard. Then Gman is about to strike again, but Dance breaks free and strikes Gman with a stop hit, doing 14 physical endurance damage. Gman then does a downward strike with his combat knife, but Bionicdance dodges and he misses the mark. And you would only really understand the joke here if you were a fan of Bionicdance's channel. As Gman missed and Bionicdance's dodge was successful, she gets to do a special attack and puts Gman in a headlock and uses his own knife to stab him several times in the back. Finally, Gman is able to break free from the hold and pushes Bionicdance back. He then tries a hook, but Bionicdance blocks this and does a successful stop hit, stunning Gman. And finally she knocks Gman out with a swift knee to the face, and then lets him fall asunder. And that is the end of the battle. After all that, Bionicdance stands alone, and all of Gman's squad are eliminated. And the victory points stand at 22 to 11. Bionicdance has doubled Gman's score, and this was even with the help of St. Lolo and having more blessings than Dance during the game. Now, some of you may question our assessment of the Pwnage given during the rounds, and you may think that Pwnage was given when it wasn't warranted. But I assure you that we have top Pwnologists with high degrees in Pwnology who have made sure that all the Pwnage that you saw in this episode was awarded correctly. So, that's the end of this episode, and we'll have another episode coming soon. See you soon. Bye.
Well, really though, I mean, who doesn't like Pwnage, eh? You don't like Pwnage. Oh. Oh. Sorry. Oh. Pwnage. Who doesn't like Pwnage?